Hi, I'm Anita Potter from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to Wip-a-palooza Winter 2024. Now, I decided to get this idea, like it came to me yesterday, I think. So I've got like a gazillion projects floating around. Some I'm not going to do for this series, but it's going to be 2-hour sessions, and I encourage you guys to grab your whips and work on them as well to try to get them to done. Will I get any of these to done in any of these sessions? I don't know, but I'm going to move the dial on them, get them a little closer to done. And I have chosen 7 different projects. I'm not going to do all 7 in one session. I'm going to pick one project and I'm going to work it the entire session. And for this session, I was going to work on my son's blanket, but it's in my bedroom and it's a little big to be working on over here. And I got off work and my feet are killing me, so I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to work on this one right here, which is the Autumn Aspirations Crochet Along. I'm this close to being done with it. I think I've got maybe 5 rows left. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 rows left. So, that'll be fun. Let's work on that one, shall we? Where's my phone? And unlike a normal like yarn with me session, there's going to be a break every 30 minutes. So, and we're going to go for 2 hours because I really want to get things finished, or sorry about the phone, or as close to finished as I possibly can. So I'm going to set my timer and I'm going to press play and I'm going to grab my yarn. I'm going to have to like add my other skein is underneath here. So I'm just going to set that aside for a sec. Stay. And grab my crochet hook. And this big old project here. Make sure I don't drop anything onto the floor. See how huge this thing is huge. It's huge. Am I supposed to be on the back side? Or am I on the front side? Oh, I'm on the front side. Okay. I had to double check because I was like, I picked it up. I was like, why am I looking at the back? Oops. But no, I'm on the front side. And if any of you guys out there have done this, oh, this is taking a while. Especially when you get further out, there's so many more stitches to do this with. So I'm on row 59, I think it was. No, sorry, I'm on row 60 of 65. So I have 6 rows left. 3 of them are the double crochet crosses. So this part is basically autopilot. As long as I could get in the frame here. This is an autopilot stitch because I'm just going around. Will I get all the way around? I don't know. I didn't clock myself yesterday when I was getting these rows done. I did 2 of them yesterday. So I'm not sure how long it took to finish those 2. But this one is further out than those 2. So we'll see. Yeah, so I started a new job this past Tuesday. And I'm shooting this the Wednesday before the 1st of December. That way I can get some of these done and I'm not going to have to panic in editing and uploading. So I'm shooting this on Wednesday and I'm going to try to like get ahead because I won't be able to do any of these. Probably won't be able to do one tomorrow on Thanksgiving because I think I'm going somewhere. I'm not sure yet if my stitch would behave. I could get in there. There we go. Yeah, because I don't know if I'm going anywhere on Thanksgiving or not. I know I'm probably going to leave work early because I'm still in training, so I won't have anybody to show me stuff. Not that I don't know how to do it, as I said, that the way the place is set up, it's a little confusing to get anywhere in there. And which that's with any new place. You're trying to learn the lay of the land. And it's like I already know, I pretty well much know how to do the job. I was just trying to find uh, better routes to get to where I need to go, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's been an adventure. My feet hurt, my calves hurt because I bought new shoes. So, breaking them in when you start a job or whatever is probably not a good idea. So, I'm hoping I get used to them and they won't hurt my feet so much. Or it's just the insane amount of walking that I do if I have to go back to my car. Parking isn't as close as the last place I worked, but that's fine. I can walk. Except if my feet are killing me. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good. So it's a bit of not it's not any different than what I did the last time. I mean, there's extra things that I never did before, but the work isn't as strenuous as my last job. So that's always good. Just trying to work this. I don't know how. I don't know if I can get down two sides with what's left of the yarn that's in this skein, but I've got another one sitting right there. I originally bought 3 of these because they did not have the value plus in what is this, mustard? I think. Yeah. They didn't have the big value pound plus in that colorway. Not that I didn't look for it, they just didn't have it. So I bought 3 of those skeins, and I'm pretty sure I'm definitely going to have some left over because I'm only going to do 2 rounds of this, and that color will be completely done. I've already eliminated two colors, which is, where is it? This one right here. This was Pound of Love, Pumpkin Spice, and then this Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway Carrot. Those are completely done. I won't be using them again on this blanket. I've got my what's left over here is this yellow big old ball and then this one. Those are the last 2 after I finish with this color. Those will be the last 2 I put on, which will signify the last 3 rows. 4 rows. Yeah, 4 rows. So we're just going to keep on going on. And I want to say hi to all 9 of my subscribers. Hi. I appreciate you. Just in case I have not told you that before. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm a small channel. I'm working on trying to add more content. Like I said, there's a couple of projects I can't put on for this session. This specific week for these sessions is because they're a little bit more involved. My double knit project that's sitting over here requires me to read a chart, and that would be no fun. Who wants to watch 2 hours of me sitting there staring at a chart? And then I've got a few projects that require attention to detail. And then I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on for tutorials for the channel. And which would be no fun to show them off before they're done. Yeah, that's how it is. It's like out of the, I think, 12 that I could have chosen, I chose the ones that were closest to done or just easy to work with, where I could just I don't have to concentrate too much on it without staring at charts and what do you call it, stitches. This one's pretty easy. It's just a double crochet cross. So it's basically I could just yap, and I don't have to worry about doing these rows too much. I mean, it'd be nice if I could get both rounds of this color done, but I'm going to be realistic and say I could probably almost maybe get one round done. If I get more than one round, that'd be great. But I'm going to be conservative in my thing where I could just maybe get one and not any more than that. So let me know what you're working on. How close to finished are you with your project you chose for tonight? Let me know in the comments section below. I also have a Discord. If you guys would like to go over and join that, I would greatly appreciate it. It's a little lonely over there. Please. Okay. Enough begging. Let's see. Oops. That's not a double crochet. Must double crochet, not half double. Ugh. Trying to get this mostly in my lap so it's not sliding off onto the floor. Darn it. Double crochet, not half double, please. So yeah. I decided to just start, I'm going to do these weekly events like once a season. This will be the winter. This is the winter one. I will have ones for spring, summer, and fall. And then winter again. Because we all got those projects and it's just like, I don't want to work on them. But you got to work on them because you're never going to get them finished if you don't work on them. I should have been done with this like last week, but I put it off because I had to start other projects, Christmas projects. Christmas presents, if you will. And those need to get done. I've got 2 left to do, and they're sitting over here. One will make it into one of these sessions. Unless I get it done beforehand. Which I probably won't, because it's a bigger hat. I'm knitting that in the round. And I need to figure out a way, like how you crochet hats. You can basically have a formula and you can do it from the top down. My problem is knit hats. I have not tried to do a top down knit hat, so I'm not sure how that would work. I've tried fiddling with double pointed needles. Yeah, just you 4 double pointed needles, cast 1 stitch onto each, and I'm just like, I can't hold all these with 1 stitch on each of them. It's unwieldy. It's a little fussy, a little finicky, so I was like, I give up. And then there's ones like, oh yeah, just do this, cast on a certain amount of stitches, increase to 6 or 9 or whatever, and then put them on double pointed needles. But I didn't like the look of it. It made the top of the hat very, very pointy. I don't like a pointy hat. Unless I'm making a pointy hat, you know, one of those ones that just goes all the way down. I haven't made one of those. That'd be kind of funny, though. Yeah, I do want to make more tutorials, projects, and stuff. I do want to start working on the list of videos I want to make. And there is a list. It's a big old list. I just need to get to a point where I can actually sit down. Okay, let me figure this out. What am I going to do for this? I got to design it and then test it, make sure it looks good, and then get the yarn for the project unless I already have it, which most of the time I won't. I'd have to get yarn specific for it, and then I can do the videos. Yes, dry air today. It's cold outside, so the heater's kind of like on. I also have a space heater, but I'd turn that off because it's a little noisy. But yeah, it got cold today. It sort of snowed. Then it got windy, which, oh, that was fun. Trying to walk to the car and at work, and it's like, whew. I did not enjoy that wind whatsoever. It was like, I think it was like gusting around 20 miles an hour. And then it started snowing again, and the visibility was really bad. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm not out on the road with this going on, because you wouldn't be able to see where you're going. Yeah. You guys have any suggestions for projects you want to make, please let me know in the comments section below. I'll be happy to take a look and see what I can do, if it's something I can do. It's like, I could probably do everything except for maybe sweaters right now. Sweaters are extremely involved, and they take, especially if you knit them, and they take a while to make. So I need to figure out a way how I can do this to where anyone that wants to knit a sweater can knit one in their own size. Because usually patterns, written patterns, are just guesstimates. It's like this, or they use like standard like sizes for small, medium, large, extra small, extra large, and so on. So it's just a guess. And I want to be able to do it to where do this, measure this, do your gauge, and here we go. Something that can be easily explained that even a beginner can do. I've knit quite a few sweaters. I haven't made one in a really long time. I tried making, is it still over here? Yeah. This is a sweater jacket. It's a little, it's long enough. It's got 2 front panels, the back panel, and 2 sleeves, and then up and down the bottom of the jacket goes around. It's like, I think it was 3 inches of 2x2 ribbing in knit. Problem is, I made the sleeves too long, and then when I washed it, they got really, really long. So, yeah, I still wear it, but I need to try that again. And I don't know what I want to do with it. It's like I just want to get like a plain one done to where, okay, this is my template to make base off making other ones. And I want to make one with a hood. You know, something nice, comfy, cozy. If you're sitting there and you're a little chill, you can just put your hood up and you get all nice and toasty. That's what I want to do. And I don't know what that is. Oh, Discord. I don't even know. Y4 Discord. Oh, good grief. One of my storm chasers that I like to watch just went live on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, well, can't do anything about it right now because I'm recording. So, yeah. It's like a little, like, why am I getting 2 Discord notifications? That's so weird. Oh, I still have one, too. Oh. I'm trying to think. Let me look at that real quick. Oops, I accidentally closed it. Why is there 2? Oh. Oh, that was about 45 minutes ago. Anyway. I love it how my phone doesn't give me my notifications right when they come in. It waits like about 10-15 minutes, and it's like it didn't used to be like that, and I know I didn't change any settings. So I don't know why I'm having issues getting that again. Makes no sense. So, yeah. I might get to the edge before I run out of the yarn in that first skein over here. said it would take about 3,000 yards to make this blanket, and that you would use up all the yarn. I'm gonna have yarn left over. I know for a fact. So there'll be quite a bit of yarn left over that I could do other things with. Can we not slide off the table? Uh-oh. Alright, hang on here. Let me do this stitch and let me fix my yarn over here. Okay. Because it's getting ready to like fall off onto the floor, and I don't need that. I don't need this sliding all over the place. So let me unravel it real quick, or at least attempt it, so I can like not have issues. The joys of almost being done with a skein of yarn. Oh, good Lord. Struggle is real. But, yeah. Do what we gotta do in order to get this to not get knotted up. Because that's the last thing I want to do during one of these sessions, is have to hit pause and then unknot something. Almost got it. Come on. A little more. There we go. Now I can just chuck it over here. And we're chucking. Get off our knitting needles here. Alright. Now I can get back to work. Yeah, one of these days I'll get a ball winder. I want one of those Stanwoods. They're a little on the pricey side, but I will get one eventually. I just need to figure out where I would have it sit to work with it, because I'm left-handed. So I don't know if I want to like turn the crank with the left hand or the right hand. Not sure. I don't have one, so I can't exactly make that decision yet. Yeah, maybe after the first of the year or so. Maybe I'll get myself that for my birthday. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Almost to the first corner. Yeah, I was for sure I was going to run out of this yarn before I got to that first corner. I'll probably be probably not even halfway down the next side when I have to attach the new skein of yarn. But I will be so happy when this is done. That'll be one less project I have, and I can like concentrate more on these other projects. It's like so many people have already finished this that I'm like, oh, I wish I was done. But I'm not, because I started other projects I had to do. Things that I promised I'd make. So I had to do those first. Still got 2 of those left to finish. It's just like when you go to knit hats, the ribbing takes forever. Especially if you're doing you're folding the brim up, making that kind of a hat. The ribbing has to go like 6 or 7 inches, and it's like, oh, am I done with this part yet? Because then once you get to the stockinette stitch and you're in the round, you just knit, 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 knit all the way around every round, and it goes by so much faster. Because I'm not having to like bring the yarn forward to purl stitches, and it's like, and then decreasing, once you get going on that, it goes super quick. And before you know it, oh, I'm done. Here, let me just fasten this off, weave in my ends, call it a day. I need to concentrate on the corner over here so I don't miss any of my stitches. Or hook the other yarn in. Do-do-do-do. Okay. Now we do the corner. Real quick. Or maybe not real quick since the hook fell off my yarn. There we go. And we continue with our crosses. Yeah. All right. There we go. Get this out of the way and onward. Ow, thumb. Wish I had a cushy footrest over here. Get my right foot off the floor. Because they still, I've been home from work for like 2.5 hours and my feet still hurt. I need one of them like massaging foot spas. And just sit over there on the couch and soak my feet. But I don't have such things. I don't even know if I have. I don't believe I have enough space to store something like that. I don't even know where I would store it. Because I've seen those things. They're kind of big. And I don't have... it wouldn't fit in the cabinet under the bathroom sink because there's stuff in there already. And even then, it wouldn't fit because it's raised up in the back. There's like this little shelf type thing. I think for like the pipes. So it makes it a little difficult to store anything in there except extra like shampoo and stuff. Oh, if I only had a place that had more storage, that'd be great. I'll be working on that this year, this coming year. Yeah, I probably will run out of yarn before I get to the end of this side. Yes, the silence is awkward. How much time do we have before our first break? 3 minutes. We can do this. If you haven't already, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Who will be the 10th one? I will never know. Unless you're publicly subscribing. Then if you have your subscriptions hidden, I won't know who you are, but who wants to be number 10? Subscribe now. Yeah. I'm a little loopy tonight. Still trying to get to sleep, stay asleep, and stop waking up about 4 o'clock in the morning for no good reason. When I know I have to be up at 6:30. And be out the door by like 7:15, 7:20. So, yeah, a couple of the projects that I'm going to be, I need to finish working on the prototype for the tutorials are going to be scarves. I still have that wrap I'm working on. I haven't touched it in a while though, because I got all these other projects come up that needed to get done. I mean, I didn't need to start this one, but I wanted to. I was like, I want to work that project. I've gotten very good at frogging back and redoing. because there were some spots I didn't understand what was going on or what it was. It's like, how did I end up with this many stitches? I don't get it. So I had to rip back and try again. So, but we're getting there. These last few rounds are easy-ish. So I might actually get all the way around before 2 hours is up. Hopefully you're making good progress on yours that you chose for day one. I'm going to make as much headway as I can on this blanket, because I do need to get my son's blanket done. And this one was just right there on the desk. So you know what? Let me just work on this one first. And then tomorrow I will... Well, no, I can't shoot tomorrow. I will be out. So the one I do on... Let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. The one I'm going to shoot on Friday will be my son's blanket. I wanted to shoot 2 sessions, but that'd be crazy because it's just after, it's like what? Oh, time. Yeah, it's just after 7 right now, and I'll be finished shooting this probably about 9. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see, do I want to tie it, knot it on? No, I'll wait to attach this yarn. So I'm gonna pick this up, put it over here for right now, and we're gonna take a break. And I'm back. Took a little longer than 10 minutes. I think I took about 20 minutes. Dealt with things on my phone, and I've got my little heater on for a little bit. Trying to warm up this corner over here because the window, it's right behind my screen. It's really drafty. And it's not like I can get behind my desk to like put up a plastic wrap that you shrink to the window to keep the cold air out. I can't get back there to do that. And it's like my leg has decided to be stupid. It's like my calves are extremely sore from the last 2 days at work. The place isn't carpeted, so you're walking on tile all day long. And then walking out to the car, it's asphalt, so it's like jarring on my leg. So it's like right at the top of my calf, right before the bend in my knee. That's where it's the most sore on both legs. So the shoes I bought are men's shoes, because the women's shoes, they make them to like get ruined easy. Like what? Us chicks don't walk? We don't have jobs, we're on our feet all day? Don't get me started on women's pants and their teeny tiny pockets that don't hold anything. Anyway, I digress. Let me grab this back over here and get it on my lap before I restart my timer. Where's the top? Let's not lose the stitch. Oh, I wish I had a bigger place and a recliner to do this in, because it would be so much easier and so much more comfortable, and I wouldn't be at my desk. So, which is why I tend to turn the volume up when I edit my videos, because I'm like really far away from my microphone. I'm about a 1.5 feet away. Let me turn my space heater off, because now I got a blanket on me. So now I'm warm, and we start our timer again, and we keep running until I run out of yarn. I have to attach the new skein. So hopefully you had a good break. Got a snack and something to drink. I refreshed my coffee. It's like, Anita, why are you drinking coffee at like 7:40 at night? Coffee doesn't really do much to me or for me, the caffeine. Maybe I'm just used to it. But if I had an iced coffee, I would be bouncing off the walls. And I don't understand why that happens with iced coffee and not like hot coffee. I don't get it. I don't understand. And I don't have a way to make an iced coffee because I need more ice trays. The one singular, not plural ice tray. I can't really make a lot of ice with it unless I'm just constantly fill it up. It turns to ice, empty it into a container, fill it up again, rinse, lather, repeat. But that ice tray has like a crack or something in it. So, and I don't have any more. I've only got that one. All the other ones got broken, which is no fun. So I'm trying to find normal sized silicone ice trays. And so far, all I can find are the really tiny ones, or they're just shapes. And I was like, no, I kind of want my ice cube shaped. And enough where I can like undo it and then make more. So it's been a challenge trying to, what happened there? It's been a challenge trying to find that. My double crochet got all funky here. Here we go. Finish the double crochet. Much better. Not so weird looking. Well, sort of still weird looking. Maybe I could... Moving on. So, yeah. The struggle for the ice trays is real. Hey, oh. Ran out of yarn. Let's back up here. And add our new skein. Well, just crocheting away and all of a sudden, there's my tail. There's the end of it. Find the end of this one. And attach it and tie my little knot. Okay. Like 2 seconds. Oh, longer than 2 seconds. I got a few ends I gotta weave in. But I'm gonna wait till the end. I've got all my other ends woven in, just not these last several rounds. So now I've got my new yarn, and I can continue on working the blanket. So, oops, it's not split the stitch. There we go. So hopefully you're making some progress on your whips. I'm working on it. Because it's like, this is going to take longer because there are a lot of stitches on each side. I'm not even sure how many stitches are on each side at the moment because I'm not really counting. Ugh. Dear hook. Please stop dropping my yarn. Sincerely, me. Ow, 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 ow. Foot, foot, foot. Ugh. That, my feet hurt still. Ugh. Let's see. It would be nice to know how many stitches I'm going to have by the end of this. Get it? Look real quick. As soon as I finish the stitch, I'm gonna look. Because I can't remember. I know I'm dangerously close to like 200 stitches. If I can find my mouse. 61 or 60. Yeah. By the end of round 60, it'll be 190 stitches. Which is always fun. Yeah. I gotta stop dropping my yarn. That'd be great. So yeah, I plan on doing these for like 2 hours a piece. And hopefully I can do 7 of these. It's like I can't really do them when my kids are here, because, well, it's time with my kids. Starting a fresh skein, it's always hard because it's like the yarn's like really in there. And you have to pull yarn out just to work with it without stopping every 2 seconds. After you complete a stitch, it's just like, I need more yarn. I gotta switch legs. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That one up for a little bit. Make sure I'm not like laying on it with my blanket. Yeah, because I wanted to start doing like, I do need to make a video on the crochet, the temperature blankets. I did tutorial left and right hand crochet for the crochet temperature blanket. I still need to do the one for the knit temperature blanket. I just wish there was a way to join those blocks without like sewing them down, but I'm not gonna try to crochet those together. Nope, I'm just gonna whip stitch them together because it's gonna be garter stitch, so it lays flat. I wanted to do seed stitch, but when you do the color changes, it looks weird, and I didn't want to knit across the row to get that to not happen, because that to me wouldn't look good either. It would disrupt the pattern. But the knit version is going to be in Tarja. And it'll be, I think, each panel is going to be 40 stitches wide until I get to the, wait, border that, border that, yeah, until I get to like the month of December of 2025. Then it'll be 60 stitches wide, because I got the border, December's temperature, and then the end border. And that's how that's gonna go. So on that one, I'd probably have to have 2 skeins of black running at once, and not including the yarn that I'm going to have on my yarn needle. So when I do a couple of days, I can like seam it up, attach it together. I just wish there was a better way to do it from the opposite direction, but I haven't figured out a way to do it. Unless, I don't know, I'd have to test it. Knit up a little piece and then try to attach from the left side. which would have to be on the front side row, right side row, going the other way. I have to get time to do that. Do a little garter stitch swatch and then try to attach another one onto the left side. Because if I could do it that way, that would make it so much easier, and I wouldn't have to have yarn floating around in a yarn needle and hand sewing. Because I absolutely detest hand sewing with a passion. Heck. Fuzzies on my yarn. Okay, I think I got it. No, darn it. Of course, I get it, and then I mess up the stitch. Like, ah! Can I just get through this side, please? I'm not great. It's right there. Not that far away. I'm hoping I'm at the point where I don't have to, like, pull yarn out of the skein just to work the yarn. Ah, split my stitch. Trying not to do that again. Guess they're gonna do Thanksgiving at my work, which would be a change of pace because, well, last place I worked didn't do anything for us. Period. And it's just like, that's not helping employee morale. You know? It's like, we're working Thanksgiving. Okay? It's like, show us some love, dang it. But they never did. They used to, you could sign up and they would go get a turkey like every year, but they would do it at a time where it wasn't conducive for me to actually do it and pick one up. Oh, what is going on with my web camera? Don't start freaking out on me. I am still recording, yes? Yes. Saw it kind of stuttered. Hopefully I'm not going to have any freezing issues. Because I bought a second web camera. It's over there. And I need to get it to where the autofocus isn't like on. Because during that whole temperature blanket block tutorial, it kept going focusing. And you could see it move in and out and stuff. And it's just like, that's not going to work. So I need to probably turn the autofocus off. And then just keep track of what's going on the screen. Just wish I could, like... It'd be so much easier if I could do it over here. Instead of being so far away. That direction. At the table. But... the corners on this table, the edging on this table is extremely sharp. So it makes it a little painful on my arms to work over here like that. The card table has rounded edges, so I don't have any issues like resting my arms on the table while I'm working. Shoot. It's a double crochet, not a half double. Yeah, let me restart that stitch. Thought I could fix it. Nope. It wanted to be a pain. Here we go. Because it would make it so much easier. I still need to figure out, I need to fix the stand this microphone is on. Because I can't get it to swivel. Because the post that sits into the clamp is kind of flared. And I need to take it out of there and try to fix it as best as I can. Okay, getting to the end of this side. I need to move this probably right there would be a lot easier. Okay, now I can do my corner stitches. Darn it. There we go. Now I may continue on with the double crochet crosses. This side going on side 3. Maybe I'll get a whole round done in 2 hours. Maybe. Because I plan on continuing with this same color for one more round. And then I'm going to switch to the yellow. Do 2 rounds with the yellow. And then 2 rounds with my red. And then by then it should be done. Because I'm not going to use, I'm not even going to use half of this skein to go around 1.5 more times. Because I have a whole other skein of it too. Which that's fine. Yay! Stash yarn. I haven't had stash yarn in a while. I've been going through and using up all my old yarn in projects. Scrap yarn and whatnot. Trying to use that up so I can build up my stash again. Because I haven't really had a yarn stash for a really long time. And now I do. And I'm wondering how much of that, the yarn that I bought to do the temperature blankets with, how much of that I'm going to have left over. Because I know most people, when they make one blanket, they just buy one skein of each color that they chose for theirs. So I bought 2 because I'm doing 2 blankets. So I'm wondering how much of that I'm going to have left over. Because I got, like, I think it's 12 different colors, I believe. And I got to make that video for it. And I got to do the knit version tutorial also. Because it's quietly approaching December. And I need to get all of that ready to go if anybody wants to follow along. Absolutely welcome to do so. Or if you have already decided on a different design for your temperature blanket, you can just follow along as well with yours. It's like I'm going to have to make a channel in the Discord for it. I do need to make channels in Discord for the various projects I have on my channel right now. There's a way to make forums for it, but I looked at it a while back and it was just extremely confusing on how to do that. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or I'm just going to have like just channels for it. Which would probably be easier because you can like post your pictures in there and stuff too. Yeah, see, now I don't have to pull yarn out to work it. I just wish this big twist yarn were like 7-ounce skeins instead of 6. Because this has actually been pretty... I really hadn't had too much, what you call it, experience with other yarns. Because I was using Red Heart Super Saver for like forever. Hush phone. And then I'd get some Lion Brand woolies, and I'd mess with, I think, Fun Fur. But as far as... And I got some, like, I think I had Thick and Quick for a little bit, and I've got some other stuff sitting over there. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a size 6 bulky yarn. I'm gonna gotta do something with that I bought years ago. So my foray and then cotton yarn was always either sugar and cream or peaches and cream. I never tried anything else. Now I've got Hobby Lobby I Love This cotton yarn, and I've got Joann's Big Twist sitting right there. So I've never used Big Twist until this year, and I'm like, well, this is it. It doesn't feel like Red Heart, that's for sure, but I just wish the skeins were a little bit bigger. And for their regular size skeins. But I bought a couple of the Value Plus pounds. I got 2 of them. And the other one was Lion Brand, Pound of Love. Dang it. And I could have swore Red Heart had a pound skein of yarn, but I have not been able to find it for a really long time. Unless I got confused and thought the jumbo yarn was pound yarn. But I don't know. I mean, it really sucks. Walmart that I go to once in a while, yarn is all down to an end cap in the craft section, which is really, really sad. Because I used to go and get the Mainstays yarn, and they had a whole bunch of yarns where I got a lot of my yarn that I bought before I went to Joann's. Did a Walmart yarn haul, and now it's like you can't even do that anymore. At least I can't do it anymore, which is really sucks. And it's like, because then I would have to drive all the way to Joann's, or Michael's isn't really that far away, but I do not enjoy trying to turn a left onto the street I need out of the apartment complex, because it's a pain to try to turn left out of here because traffic is so bad, and so they speed so bad through here. And it's just like, in order for me to do this, I'd have to go around the block, and it's at least a mile to the block. Which is insane. But you gotta do what you gotta do, or I order it online. Oh, poop. Messed up that stitch. Which I'm not ordering. I'm not ordering any more yarn until like sometime next year. Like, yeah, I'm kind of need to finish these projects first before I do anything else. And I haven't been keeping up with my vlog, whatever it's called, video log. God. Let me just redo that whole set. Yeah, I think I put one out on November 5th and haven't done one since. Because I've just got so many things going on right now. Work, trying to finish these projects. Trying to work on my other channel too. Because I changed what I do over there. So, just trying to get people to let me mix your track. I get content from my channel and you get a free mix. Win-win. And you get free promotion for your band, or you're just a solo artist. You know? Stuff like that. Want to give them a really good mix, or a great mix. But I just got to get people interested in that over there. If this stopped curling down, I wouldn't be struggling right now. Where am I at on my time? 4 minutes. I don't think I can get to the end of this side in 4 minutes. But I'm going to make a solid effort at doing so. And then it'll be 1 more hour. Concentrating. Yeah. It's like I'm zoning out. Just so many things going on. Work, more work, doing this, doing the other channel. Working on projects for the channel. Yeah, stop splitting the yarn. And trying to make stuff for markets I want to do next year. But I've got all these other projects that need to be done first before I can go back to concentrating on that. And then figuring out where I'm at with that. Yeah, because I want to do like crochet alongs and knit alongs. I don't know if it worked well for looms, but I kind of want to get a set where the pegs aren't so far apart, because the plastic ones I got are basically like your starter looms. You work that with like chunky size like 5 and 6 yarn with that, so I want ones that I can use this stuff on, or thinner weight yarns. But I also need my loom pick. I don't know where it is. I keep losing it, and then all of a sudden when I'm not looking for it, I find it. But I've lost it, and I've looked for it, and I've not looked for it, and still it hasn't shown up. So I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere. And I keep looking to replace it, but I haven't been able to find one. I'm not going into Joann's right now. I wonder if they probably have it on the site somewhere. I'll have to go look. It just really sucks on my daughter's blanket that burgundy color is out of stock. So I don't know if it's out of stock, or if it's out of stock because it's discontinued. Because when I purchased it, it was on clearance at Joann's. But I can get the pink one. That one's still available. I just wish that burgundy was. I have to like find a complimentary, or not a complimentary yarn, but something like it to finish that blanket. I'm still trying to grow it to 6 feet long. Trying. It's just going really slow. I got the right width. I'm just trying to get the height, and then I can start closing it off. Okay. And that's the end of our second half hour. Our first hour is complete and we got 1 hour to go. So let's all just take a little breaky break and I will see you in about 5 seconds. Back again. And I gotta get my timer set here. Here we go. And we play our last 30, well, not the last 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of our last hour. So grab this back up again and get to this corner. And hopefully get around to this end at the end of it. And if I get to it beforehand, I can start on as much as I can of the other side before time runs out. We shall see. So I have plans other than like the temperature blankets for next year. I'm planning on doing a Can I series. Can I knit it or can I crochet it? One or the other. Depends on what it is. I do have plans like the first one. I want to crochet a tank top cover up, but not follow a pattern, but use like just a t-shirt I have and try to make the pattern off of that. Of course, I'm going to write stuff down. Let's not get silly. Because if it works, then I can make more. You know, because why would I just want one? We're not going to have a couple, you know? So, that'll be fun. See if how that would work. Yeah, I changed the name of UFO to FO to Yarn With Me. It seems to have a better ring to it. So I probably, well, yeah. I won't change the name. There's still, I changed the name of the playlist too to Yarn With Me. But all the UFO to FOs are in that playlist. So I need to get it to where the newest one's on top. I gotta figure out how to... I'd probably just have to drag it back up to the top of the list. Which will be annoying until I can figure out how I can structure it to where it shows up on top. Because it's doing it in like alphabetical order. Maybe if I change it to episode whatever, it'll be on top. It's probably what I'll do. Because right now the Yarn With Me is sitting at the bottom of the playlist, and that's the latest one. And I'll still do those once a week. Pick a project and have at it for about an hour. Or a little over an hour. These are just going to be 4 times a year. Just so I can, like, bust out these projects. But plan on trying to finish this thing soon. Like, within the next 2 weeks, this should be done. Hopefully. And I have a tutorial project I'm working on. I got 2 of them I'm working on. Technically 3, but one is just, it's sitting on the back burner for right now. Because it is involved, and I need to finish it first before I do the tutorial on it. Back at the corner now. Got to concentrate to not mess up where these are going. Trying not to hook up my tail from my previous round into this one. Because I started in a different corner, so the tail is like in my way at the moment. Okay. Corner stitches, yay! Last side. Get around this corner and get the stitches where they need to be. Probably won't count any of my stitches until I get to the double crochet round, which is quite a ways away. Because this is supposed to be at 190, then it'll be, then it should be like 194, then 198. I think it's supposed to end up at like 208 stitches per side. This is a very large throw blanket. It might almost be as tall as I am at this point, or really close to it. Yeah, sure, it's a throw blanket. I'm going to throw it on me so I can stay warm. I don't exactly have a couch I can throw it on. I got my fake couch, but right now it's covered in projects and yarn. Just so I could get it off the table. Just need to get more organized, which would be great. But I need to have space to go through things in order to do that. And I just don't at the moment. Because I got too many projects and too much yarn floating around in my living room. And I don't have a lot of space in my bedroom to put all this stuff. Because I have a stack of boxes I need to go through. I mean, I sort of went through them a couple months ago, but not as much as I could because I was in like, oh my god, I gotta get this done before this date. And so it's just like, I'm over it because I didn't have any help to go through stuff, because it's just like it takes an incredible amount of time to like go through everything. And I had gone through all the stuff that was under my daughter's bed, threw out a ton of trash. It's like, why did we move this all over here? Because we didn't exactly have time to go through everything. You had to hurry up, pack it up, and get the hell out of there at a certain date. Which that was stress-inducing. But I just need to get like the stack of boxes in there gone through. Darn it. Double crochet, please. Because a lot of it is like papers and stuff that I just didn't really have any brain power at the time to go through it and decide what I wanted to keep and what I wanted to shred. Because I had like a ton of paperwork that I didn't feel comfortable just throwing into the trash because of all the like personal information and stuff on it. So a lot of those papers were from like 20, not kidding, 20 years ago. And I finally bought a paper shredder. And it took 3 hours to do all of it. And I've been like, when things come up, if I need to shred it, I'll get a stack and then shred it. Shush phone. So I got a little stack going now, but I'm not feeling like shredding anything at like 9 o'clock at night. Actually, it's only 8. It's not even 8:30 yet. Thought it was later than that. Oopsie. Anita can't tell time. So I just need to get through all of that. Sometime soon, probably after the first of the year, because this is like busy time. I've got the gift projects I gotta finish and stuff. And get used to my new job. Which it's for being all one level and each section is connected. I've only been there like 2 days and I'm getting lost. It's like I was by myself today. I was like, I need to go to this one spot, and I opened the wrong door, and then, but the guy that needed me to go clean something, he found me, so I was like, yeah, I got screwed up because I was by myself. My boss left, the person that was training me left, and I'm like, okay, here I am all alone. And I messed it up, but they're pretty well much patient. It is confusing to get around in there, so they understand. So I did what I needed to do, put my stuff away, and went home. And probably leaving early tomorrow too, because not going to stick around. My boss won't be there, and the lady training me said she was going to leave after she gets all of her stuff done. There's no point in me sticking around, because if everything's already been done, there's nothing else for me to do. So, and I've already talked to my boss about that today, so yeah. That'll be done, and then it'll be fine, which that's okay. The joys of starting a job during Thanksgiving week. Because it's been a minute since I've been the new person at a workplace. There are quite a few of us from my previous job that are going to be coming in over the next couple of weeks. Also, so I thought I would be more upset about leaving my last job. I mean, I'll miss some of the employees, but I'll miss the residents the most, but I will not miss sales and marketing. Hey, can you clean this room for a move-in? Okay, yeah, when do you need it by? 10 minutes. Which I got a lot. That happened more often than I would have liked. So, we don't have any of that at my new job. So that's a plus. The rooms aren't difficult to clean because there are no carpets. It's just the only thing I have issues with is getting around that little place. But I'm sure I will. I'm sure one of these days it will actually click. It's just the first 2 days it was just like wasn't happening. But I figured out how to get into the parking lot without having to drive all the way around the building. This morning when it was snowing, I'm like, okay, I know my turn's coming up, and I had this car just riding my back bumper, and I blew right past the road, and I'm like, dang it. So I had to wait. Went down the other street. Stoplights were stop lighting, so there was no traffic coming at me, so I flipped a U-turn and got on the correct road. So, yeah, that was fun. I normally do not do that, but that guy was just up my bumper. and it was snowing, and I'm like, I don't need this right now. Because I'm babying my 2 front tires because I need to get them replaced, which I can't do anything about until I'm off work. And won't be able to do anything like that until like next Monday, because most of these places, they're not open on Sundays, which is unfortunate. And I can't do it on Saturday because I get out of work at like 4:30, and most of these places close at 5 or 6, and it would take too long to get over there. And even then, I'd have to hope that they have time to do them and that they have the tires I need. And that's always a thing. So that's got to get done this weekend. So I'm trying not to speed, trying really, really hard not to hit divots in the road, but it's really difficult when certain sections of the road I take to work are got potholes, bumps, divots, stuff like that all through it, and I'm like trying not to speed. And it's like, I'm like, and people getting behind me getting annoyed because they're impatient because I'm driving the speed limit and I'm not going over the speed limit. So they whip around me, and it's like, fine, you do that, just don't hit me. Because I'm trying to be safe with my vehicle. And get to work in one piece and get home in one piece. So that's been the thing the last 2 days. Approaching the end of this side. Let's see, how much time? 22. So I got about, what, 8 minutes? 12 minutes. 12 minutes before our last and final break. So yeah, I will get started on the second round of this color before that timer goes off. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll do work on my son's blanket. There's, I believe 59 rows left of that to do, but it's single crochet and it has taken forever. And he's like going, so when are you gonna get my blanket done? Soon, Casey, soon. I'm hoping to have it done this weekend, because frankly I'm kind of tired of working on it. Oh, I picked up yarn from bottom. There we go. No, don't lose the stitch. I don't want to redo it again. There we go. Do this cross again here. There we go. I'm wondering if I can actually get through. I should be able to, like, finish this side up and then maybe get one more side done, which would only leave me 3 left to do with this color. And then I'll switch to yellow, but that won't be in this session. I've already planned it out, what I'm doing. Let's see, I wonder if I can't remember if all of it's, all of it isn't crochet. I know I wrote them down. 1, 2. Yeah, not all of it's crochet. It's pretty well much like half and half. I've got 1, 2, 3 that are exclusively crochet, and I've got 1, 2, 3 that are knit, and then 1 that's crochet. That's knitted the knitted I-cord rug that I crochet on. So it's basically pretty well much even. 3 knit, 3 crochet, 1 knit and crochet, which will round off the week. Because I really want that rug done too. I still have yet to measure it up at my sink to see how much further I would have to go with it. I meant to do that a while back, and I just didn't. And that was my car project for a while. Now I don't have a car project. Not until I'm like out of training and am in my area. And doing that work and figuring it out and seeing how long it takes to do things. Because right now I don't know, because she comes in at like 6 and I don't get in there until 8. So she's like, I think around halfway done with what she does. And it's like, I have no idea how long it would take me to do this job if I were by myself. Almost to the corner that I've got to concentrate on, because I'm not cutting and attaching. I'm joining it and then I'm slip stitching to where I need to be, which will be at the corner on this one. Okay. The yarn in the back, join with my slip stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch up to the chain 2 space. I'm going to slip stitch into it too. And then do my corner part. My other part of the corner. Darn it. And then start the crosses all over again. There we go. Dang it. If I could just stop losing the yarn off the hook, that would be nice. Okay. Switching legs. There we go. Yeah, I don't have to have my little space heater running if I'm working on a blanket. Because I'm kind of warm under it right now. Absolutely making a dent in the skein here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure looking at it now, I don't think I'll use up half of this. Yay, more stash for me. That I can use in the double knit blanket. Because I still have... I'm on my 3rd block of that, and I'll have 7 more to go. And I don't like repeating colors in a strip. Even though on the last one I kind of had to because I didn't have a choice. I didn't have much yarn. But I am really looking forward to having that one done too. I'm going to hop back on that once these Christmassy things are finished. Not really sure I'm getting close to my timer going off. I got 4 minutes. So hopefully you guys are working away on yours and getting them close to done, if not done. This is gonna not be done because I would still have, darn it, 5 rows left. And when my timer goes off, I gotta mark off the row on the PDF file. So that I can just not get confused. Because I don't want to do an extra round on accident. Yeah, the way this has gone out, I thought I was going to need to, like, maybe add some more length to it, and I probably could, but it's going to be so big, I probably don't need to. I mean, I'll look at it before I do the final round, before I do the border, but I don't think I will. Not even sure how big it is at this point. I measured it a while back and it was like 40 inches. But that was many moons ago. So it's probably about 50 by now. At least. Yeah, most of the other throws I've ever made were never this wide. Were never this big. Yeah, I want to do a crochet along and a knit along for like a throw blanket myself. But I need to figure out what I want to do. Kind of want to make it like sampler blankets with like different stitches and stuff. But I want to do them in one piece. That way I'm not sewing blocks together. Suppose I could do that at some point, but I would need to plan for that. And the knit one won't have cables because cables they're a lot smaller. No, the gauge would be smaller width-wise than if it were just straight stockinette stitch. So if I were to do cables, it would just be one throw would just be all cables. And we can do that too. I probably wouldn't choose overly complicated cables because those take a lot longer to make, to do the cabling on, and it does get a little confusing. Because some patterns out there will go, okay, yeah, here's how to do it, but You're going to knit all the knit stitches and then purl all the purl stitches. And it's like, what? And unless you know, have done cables before, you could sort of see how to do it. But I prefer to write the entire instructions down for that. So it's not confusing. It's a lot of abbreviations, though. I got stuck. Yeah, and there's my timer. Are we ready for our final break in our last 30-minute session? I am. Well, I'll see you in about 5 seconds. All right. Are we ready for our last 30 minutes? I am. Let's see. Got my timer. Press and play. Quit being silly. There we go. All right. One final 30. Yeah, these 2-hour sessions are helping me a lot to get through this project that I should have just stuck with and got done already. But like I said, I started Christmas projects, Christmas present projects, and those need to be done first. I had to start on a few, and I still got to do other stuff. I just haven't had a chance. I'm going to do all that other stuff this weekend. Hopefully. How far? I think I can get through the rest of this side and part the way up the other side before this is over with, which would be great. Oh, I forgot to mark that off. I meant to do that on my break. Let me pause my timer real quick and do that. That way I don't get confused on where I am, because that would absolutely not be fun. See. Delete. Highlight. 61. There we go. I've marked my row. Pressing play on the timer again. So I was thinking about it, and then I forgot. I just wanted my little breaky break, get up, stretch, because I am all sore from work. And before I go to bed, I'm probably going to be utilizing my heating pad. And I'm hoping that getting used to these shoes won't take too much more time, because they're heavier than my last shoes. I think it's because of the soles. Those soles, oh my god, they've got so much traction on them that last night when I got home from work, I was trying to get my little space heater plugged in and turned on. I plugged it in, then I have to go flip a switch because the bottom outlet of the outlet is on a switch on the wall. So I had to go back, hit the switch, and I went to walk over here to turn it on. My shoe stopped, but I kept going. So I fell, landed on my knees. My left knee is bruised a little bit. It's a little sore. That didn't help. Starting a new job and then coming home and falling, which is not something I enjoy. No, I don't think anybody enjoys falling. It could have been a lot worse. I landed over here by the piano, knocked some of my papers down. I'm like, well, this sucks. Let me just sit here for a second and then I'll get up, because it was not... I'm surprised if there's anybody that lives downstairs from me I'm surprised nobody banged on their ceiling, because it was I did not land softly, but I am okay. I'm just a little sore. I did not hit my head. All I did was land on my knees. I was just like, man, I don't need this right now. I'm tired. But yeah, I'm a little dinged up, but I still work. So, and when I'm at work, I work. And when I'm at home, I work. I work on this. I do this stuff. I try to make videos. And I need some time to, like, fix the web camera to make sure that if I turn the autofocus off, that it won't freak out so much. And maybe things will stay in focus. I don't really know. I have the web camera I'm using right now doesn't really have any kind of controls like that, which is stupid. It should. For as much as that cost, it should. The web camera over there was like under $30, and I got more control out of that than I ever did with this thing. I even have a button on it that changes the mode, so if I wanted to shoot in black and white, I could shoot in black and white, which I probably won't do, but that would be fun just to do whatever, you know. But I don't think I would shoot a tutorial in black and white. I do want to do like a challenge. What is it called? Color palette challenge next year as well. One knit, one crochet. But I need to work out the logistics of that and set things up. You know, because it would be kind of cool if I could make like a random generator with a whole bunch of like color palette images built into it, or into a folder that it just picks randomly. So if you go and click a button, pick a color palette, and then poof, there's a color palette. And then you choose your yarn based on that color palette and get as close to those colors as you possibly can. So I think that would be fun. I don't know what we would do with it. What would we make with a color palette challenge? Let me know in the comments below, because that would be kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. It might be like a limited color palette. Yeah, a limited color palette. And I'm trying to think what would be a good number for a color palette challenge. 3, 4, 5. I don't want to get crazy. Maybe 3 or 4. When I get close to like figuring that out, I'll put out a poll. Like, how many colors in the color palette would you like to have? 3 or 4. I mean, you get more variety if you have 4. But then if you have less than that, you have to get a little creative. So I kind of want to do that too. I want to do lots of things. I just need to get through this stinking holiday season to actually get to that point. So it's like, do we want to make blankets? Do we want to make scarves? Do we want to make a scarf and hat set? You know? because that would be kind of fun to do. And you get to use colors you probably wouldn't otherwise have used. Because I have, like, on my Pinterest page account, I've got like a whole board of color palettes. And I was like just doing it one night and I could not stop. You select one and then all of a sudden there are a whole bunch more pop up on your feed and I'm like, ooh, I like that, I'm gonna save that. Ooh, I like that too, I'm gonna save that one too. I couldn't stop. I don't know how many are in there, but I just couldn't stop doing it. I was at it for like hours. It was insane. I was like, I'm sitting there telling my daughter, I gotta stop doing this. But I couldn't stop until I just said, enough, I gotta close this site. Otherwise I'm gonna be here I'll be up all night doing this. So definitely gotta make a decision. Do we want 3 or 4? And then I can gather the images and then build a little generator, a random generator picker, and put it up on my website. And then we can have fun, and then you can go onto the Discord and show which palette you got, because that would be fun. That really would be fun. It wouldn't, maybe, yeah, do we want to make a throw blanket, hat and scarf set, or a shawl? The possibilities are endless. You know? So, I need to write that down before I forget. Color palette challenge. That way I have it and I won't forget. And I'm gonna get done as soon as I stop recording this video. I'm gonna put those into my list of ever-growing ideas, because I do want to do a bunch of videos on crochet stitches, knit stitches. So we have a variety going on over here, because all it seems I've been doing for the last couple weeks is just this. And I don't want to just be stuck doing this. I want to do other stuff too. So, not even at the center yet. I wasn't expecting to be. Maybe I can get to the center before the timer runs out. Maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna do some fun stuff. Get my vlog back going. Because I did buy some yarn, but I started working with it, so it's just like, oops. Missed opportunity there. But yeah, I'm just working on it. Can we crochet? There we go. I am making a absolute dent in this skein here. Ah. Like I said, I really wish Big Twist was in 7 or 8 ounce skeins. I might just start buying like the value pound. Get a little more bang for my buck. Get like a couple of those. When I need to get more yarn. I do not need more yarn right now. I have more than I can handle at the moment. I still have to figure out what I'm going to be doing with the Red Heart jumbo stripes in the colorway of Latte. I still don't know what I want to do with that. I don't want to... I've got too many blankets I'm making. It's absolutely insane how many blankets I've got going. There's this one. There's two over here on my desk. I finished one a month or two ago. I've got this knit one over here, the throw. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. My daughter's blanket, that's 5. My son's blanket, that's 6. That's too many dang blankets all at once. I need something different. I would like to, like, maybe crochet a sweater. Because I've never... other than, like, making a hat and a scarf, I've not crocheted any other kind of wearables. All I've been doing would be making, like, blankets. That's all I've done with crochet, really. Other than the washcloth that I made. I've not done anything else. Which would be nice if I could just, I don't know, make something that I can wear. Maybe I'll look up crochet jackets. Maybe I could... But I've already got a tan and black jacket over there. Do I really want another tan and brown whatever jacket? That's the thing. I mean, it would be different. I don't know if 3 skeins would cover it, because I'd kind of like to have it like a long jacket. I don't like cropped sweaters. I like my sweaters just to hang lower than my hips. I don't enjoy short sweaters. I really don't. I like mine to be a little oversized. You know, roomy and comfy, something you can like just snuggle into. That's what I would like. Still not halfway. Fun. Switch legs. Ugh. Let that leg carry the weight for a while. Because holy cow, this thing is heavy. Not as heavy as my son's blanket, that's for sure. But it's heavy enough. Hands not behaving. How am I on my time? 12 minutes. Maybe I can get to the other end. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, each project, the 7 projects are all completely, like, different. I wasn't going to sit there and do 7 of these with the same project. That would have been boring. Even though I probably would have liked it for this blanket. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I got 7 different projects just to make dents into. And when I go and do the 10 stitch blankets that are over here, I will do the corners in the session if I get to the corners. And I will have to stop yakking. And what is going on here? Oh, where I joined the yarn. Oh, I'm getting... Can we not keep that out of the way? my ends over here have encroached on me working. Yeah, I will do the corners, but I will have to concentrate on the corners, so I will be talking out the pattern as I'm doing it. So that way I can get through the corner and then go on about my merry way. Because those corners do require concentration, because it's done in short rows. I still don't understand the concept of short rows. How do you figure out how to make the short rows do what you need? I haven't been able to find anything that explains it all that well. Other than, oh yeah, short rows are easy. I'm like, okay, how do you do it? And they never tell you. And I hate that. It's like, how do you utilize short rows to your advantage? I don't have a clue. Because I would like to learn how to use them in designing, but I don't know how. You know, that would have been things you need to know. Things I would like to know. But I don't know, and I can't find anybody that can explain it properly. And I wanted to do, I was making 2 knit hats, and I wanted to do both of them at the same time, but I've only got one interchange set with size 8 knitting needles, and I'm like going, where the hell are my other size 8s? And I forgot. They're on a knitting project that is for a tutorial, and I'm like going, well, there goes that, because I was going to do the magic loop with it. But seeing as it's already attached to something else, I couldn't exactly do that. So I had to finish one hat and then quickly cast on the other hat. Just so I can have it and it's ready to, like, go. And it's just with kind of like how you knit socks and you knit one at a time. There are crazy people that do 2 at a time. And I'm like going, if I tried to do that, I would probably knit them both together. I don't know how they do it. It's insane to me. I would not do it that way. Second sock syndrome is a real thing. Because I had this second pair of socks that I made for myself. I got the first sock done and then I blew it off for like 2 years. And then just sat down and knit the second sock. So when you do stuff like that and you finish one, you really need to like cast on or start the second one right afterwards. Just to get it going. And it's there. And I haven't knit a pair of socks in years. I would like to do it again. I would like to have like a whole little wardrobe of fun knit socks. I've only got the 2 pair. The other stuff I've done are slippers. So they're not done with sock yarn. They're done with like worsted weight yarn. So they're thicker. I've made plenty of those. I also had to like take apart a few because they got holes in them. And it was just like, well, I can't wear this anymore. And I don't have this yarn anymore, so I can't fix it. So I was unhappy, so I had to frog them. And I got a couple of them. It's just, I knit one. They look like candy corn, which is silly. My candy corn slippers. But I didn't do those in the round. I did those flat and then sewed them up the side, which looks terrible, but you know what? It's for me and my feet are warm, so whatever. Can we not with the half doubles? We need to double crochet. Can I get to the end of this side? We shall see. I'm slowly sneaking up on it. Oh, it's getting warm over here. with this blanket in my lap, which I'm not complaining about because it's like really cold outside. It's like, it's under 20 degrees, I think, right now. Because it was like extremely cold earlier. That wind started blowing. It was bad. With the snow and the visibility. I mean, I didn't have to drive in it. And it was pretty well much done when I got off of work. So, that's always fun. Yeah, awkward silence is awkwarding. Not 5 minutes, I can get across. I'm pretty sure. Across and start it on another side. At least a little ways. If I would stop dropping stitches off my hook, that would be so lovely. Of course, neighbors are starting on their shenanigans. It was quiet up until a few seconds ago. Which is another reason I'm going to concentrate on trying to, like, get out of this place and into a house. That way I don't have to deal with that. And it's my space, and I could do whatever the heck I want. I could paint the walls if I want, you know. Can't exactly do it here. At least these walls aren't like eggshell white. Like every other place I've lived at, it was eggshell white. It was annoying. These are beige. My walls are beige. With like white trim or something. I don't have trim. Well, the baseboards are white. But you can't really see those. My heater's heatering. I'm crocheting, trying to get to the end of this side. Making a huge dent in this skein and a huge dent in this project. Which leaves a little under 5. I've got 5 rounds left. Oh, I can't wait for this to be done. But I can't just like sit for 8 hours and work on a project. I got way too many things to do. It would be great if I had 8 hours to sit and do a project. But I just don't. Just need to bust some of these out and get them off my list. Yeah, I'll at least get this corner done before the timer runs out. Yeah, I'm concentrating on my corner here. So I don't want to mess it up. Okay, corner time. Other side of the corner. Oh, dear crochet hook, stop dropping my stitches, please. Thank you. Sincerely me. Darn it. How far on this side can I get before the timer runs out? Who knows? definitely won't get halfway across. I'll get a couple of stitches in, I'm sure of it. Trying to be speed demon here. I am not the world's fastest crocheter, that's for sure. But I do okay. I just need to stop starting projects. Like, finish the ones I've got, or at least as much as I can, and then go on to another one. Because this is insane how many I have. I mean, the sock blanket is a long-term project because it's sock yarn. The mandala blanket, I only have one more cake of that yarn, and when that's done, the project's done. I'm not gonna buy another one. And then this project, yeah, I wanted this one done. It's so big. Ah, and there goes my timer. Whoops. Pat yourself on the back. Hopefully you got far on your project. Or if you worked on multiple projects, I hope you moved the dial just a little bit further to get them to finished. I got as far as here, starting the second side, I do believe. Yeah, the second side. I started the second side. Just a little further, just a little bit in. But I will set this aside now and let me know what projects you worked on during this Wip-a-palooza episode 1 of 7. And let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.